tonight started out well. Where did it kind of change?
I think our special teams. We got demoralized a little bit by our special teams. They were 2 for 2 on the power play and kind of fluky power play goals, but those things happen. And then and our power play let us down, with a shorthanded goal, and we weren't able to get any momentum off of our special teams, and it hurt us, and it kind of demoralized us a little bit. And then in the we're okay going in the third period, and then we have to make a simple play, and we couldn't make a simple play there, a D-to-D pass, and ended up turning it over to give them the go-ahead goal.
Just going off the special teams, it was probably the first time in a long time penalty kills actually struggled.
Yeah, well, you know what? The first one, we tried to shoot it out, and we missed the puck, and there were 2 really face-off plays. They scored their power play goals within 10 seconds on both times, 10-15 seconds. So it wasn't necessarily our in-zone kill, it was our lack of ability to win a face-off.
And there's a shorthanded goal in there too that was given up.
Yeah, no, that was where our power play kind of let us down. Once they get that shorthanded goal, that's tough. And now you got to be able to respond, and you got to be able to react to that. And you know what? We have our power play unit out there. We're moving the puck a little bit, and then we have a guy who dives down and turns a potential bad situation into a worse situation, and the guy comes down and makes a heck of a shot.
So on the positive side, for the first about half the game, the team was responding to pretty much every adversity. How do you get that to become a 60-minute effort tomorrow?
Just stick to the game plan. You know what? We they got a little bit of racehorse back and forth there, and that's not necessarily our forte, is to be able to go and get racehorse hockey back and forth with teams, and we need the game to settle in and stick to our game plan. And that's where at certain times, you know what, we managed the puck pretty good, and then towards the end we didn't manage the puck, and then we made our mistakes, and what's happened at home is those mistakes ended up in our net. Tonight they did too.
These two teams are kind of in the same spot right now. Probably a little better than both of the records show. Tomorrow, how do you take it back to them?
Well, we got to get our guys to look at what we're doing when we're successful, and they have to stick to that. You know what? They can't. They got to stick to what we're telling them and what we need to be able to do, and not get caught up in some of the things that happen. The racehorse back and forth where we start to turn pucks over. We got to stick to our game plan and be mentally dialed in.
Because probably the most positive things that at least I saw were 2 very big defensive plays by a couple of freshmen. Wilcox made a big play on the goal line in the second period. I think Gosselin made one in the third period. Does it say that the freshmen are stepping in there and making big?
Well, that's what we want them to do. We're giving them the ice time to be able to do those things, and those guys are doing, we're putting them in position to be able to get some serious ice time, and hey, they have to put themselves in position to make those plays to be able to help us. And some of them responded pretty well tonight. Hans Gorowski was pretty good tonight too.
I guess finally, obviously the result was not what you wanted, but there's a big crowd tonight, big TV audience. How did you play off that energy?
Well, that was great. I mean, that's exactly what we want is in our home crowd. But we need to reward them with a good 60-minute effort, and we didn't stay focused, and like I say, our mistakes really hurt us, and we got to be able to cure those. Guys have got to stay disciplined, and they got to be able to eliminate those big mistakes that hurt us, and end up they end up losing games for us.